What's going on? Yeah, man. First and foremost, all praises be to the Most High. I'm gonna chill and let it. I'm gonna let the live get out there for a minute. Bear with me. But yeah, ain't nothing too crazy. I just want to kick it with y'all for a minute. I ain't been live in a minute. I probably did a total of 3 lives total. Actually, I think it was two. Um, I don't go live often, but I'm trying to, what I'm saying, boost up the channel a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, did I mention all praises to the Most High, man? It's late night here, 3:35 in the morning, 3:35 a.m. I had got some sleep early, so I'm sipping on some tea. You know what I'm saying? Got to get you that sour sop. Shouts out to Royal Maroon Herbs, my my Jamaican brother. You got the sour sop leaves in there. You got the moringa. Yeah, shouts out to them, man. Shouts out to them. And I had to sprinkle some of that cayenne in there. Got to get you that cayenne. And I got a little bit left for this lemon. I ain't got no natural lemons on me right now. I need to get some lemon. It's lemons all around here too. I don't know why I ain't got no natural. But yeah, it's gonna have to do for right now. It's gonna have to do for right now. I want to make sure that the volume is good, man, because I went live and the volume wasn't coming through. So before I go in and kick it with y'all, I want to make sure that the volume is straight. Let's see. Once we do that, then we can pretty much see what's going on. Okay, then we locked and loaded. Then we locked and loaded. Dang, I ain't got my. I gotta get my scriptures. Man. I gotta get the scriptures. Hold up one second. Yeah, man, you gotta keep the scriptures, man. Gotta keep the scriptures, especially in these times. Especially in these times. That cayenne ain't no joke. You can't put too much in there. Uh, yeah, man. What we gonna do now, man? What we gonna do now? Everybody in panic mode with this digital ID thing. Uh, I would say a lot of people don't care. I would say, the majority of people, either you don't care, you don't know, you scared, or you prepared, or you preparing, you know. But the mass population just don't care. Long as they sports on, you know what I'm saying? Long as they paycheck hit, long as they can look outside and see things operating normally, I don't think people really care. And I'm not gonna say I'm in fear, but I do care. You know, I'm always paying attention. You know, my channel, I believe, is to my responsibility with being a content creator. With the kind of content that I produce, I believe it's my duty to be a watcher. Um, and of course, I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not a modern day Christian. I'm not into modern day Christianity, you know, the mainstream religion, but I'm for sure a follower of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Um, I believe in the principles, the way he walked, everything, man. And how he walked is very important to where we at today. To tell you how, right? We talking about all this digital ID, you know, all these things, you know, that the government is pretty much about to roll out very soon. That's really gonna limit us to freedoms, right? You know, financial freedoms, banking, you know how your house, believe it or not, you know, your house is connected to the banks, you know, and of course it's gonna be soft at first. I believe it's not gonna be so aggressive, but they definitely gonna tap them pockets for sure. They gonna tap our pockets, and we got to be prepared for that. But when I say Christ, how he did it, be an example. You know, Christ didn't care about none of that because what? I'm gonna get that real quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna get it because I want to get references. I want to get references, and I'm gonna stick straight to it. So we gonna go to Matthew, verse 8 and 20. Because if you don't believe in Christ or you don't stick to the principles of Christ, it's gonna be very hard for you in these last days. It's gonna be very hard because he was the prime example, you know. And I'm gonna tell you why. So it says, this is chapter 8, Matthew chapter 8 and verse 20. And it says, and Jesus saith unto him, um, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. Right? He ain't had nowhere to lay his head. So did he just roll over and die? Absolutely not. But when you look at his ministry, his walk, his life, he moved, he had a purpose, right? His purpose wasn't getting money. His purpose wasn't storing his riches on earth. Uh, he was very focused on doing what he had to do and his mission for the Father. So when you're in line with the Father or the Creator or the Most High, as we say, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And I know that's more easier said than done. You know, that's why I tell you, can't nobody tell you how to get through what's coming, especially if they don't believe in the Bible. Especially, or if they're not off the grid. Because if you own the grid and you've never been off the grid, you have absolutely no idea how to do it unless you read the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and that's the goal. You know, we so busy trying to figure out how we gonna maneuver inside the system when all these things go on. We need to be trying to figure out how we gonna maneuver outside of the system. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna be our governmental construct? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, what's gonna be our construct? You know, we so stuck inside of the voting for the next government or, you know, oh, vote locally. Man, we always trying to come to the round table and and fit ourselves within the system when it hasn't been working for us for so long, right? And I'm sure y'all about tired of me giving references about Egypt, but it's so important. It's so important. Imagine them trying to build their own country or their own system inside of another man's system, another person's system, another nation's system. You cannot build in America. We're gonna have to come out of there. It's just plain and simple. It's plain and simple. The only ideal geographical location that you can probably have some leg room to some degree is Africa when it comes to trying to build your own nation. It's just, hey, anybody want to disagree, that's cool. Tell me why you disagree. A lot of people say, oh, America, our homeland. Okay, you go build something in America and see how that worked for you. Let me know how that works for you. Go build a house. And you know, and people do it, you know, people do it to some degree, but it's only a matter of time before they shut that down. The feds. The feds will listen. I see a brother, I see a couple brothers who kind of in the woods with it, but they don't have like a government. I mean, they don't have like a multitude of people. They kind of just winging it themselves. But when you look at, I'm talking about, for example, look at what's going on in Israel with our people that have been there since like the 60s, where they have like a system, you know, they have farming, you know, they have their laws, they have their culture, language. When you talk about these things, I don't see too many examples of that in America. If it is, let me know. Let me know. Tag me in there. I would like to see that. I know they did have a Hebrew community in Georgia, I believe so, but you're still gonna have to deal with strict laws, right? Strict laws. You're not gonna be able to exercise a lot within that. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Christ operated on straight faith, right? He was tapped in to something that a lot of us can't even fathom. You know, that source of a power, man. Uh, we only know what we see with the naked with the eyes, right? You know, my check ain't come to my bank account. Panic. We ain't got no food in the refrigerator. Panic. The grocery store is shut down. Panic. You know, war is coming. Panic. I think Christ, you know, he embodied what we need to be looking at and what's coming forward. You know, matter of fact, I gotta stick with Christ, man. Let's go. Let's go there. Sticking. Let's stick with Christ. I didn't plan this out. I'm just kicking it with y'all. Just kicking it with y'all. So, uh, yeah, man. So when you go to Matthew 24, of course, the disciples is asking Christ, you know, uh, what's going to befall us in the last days? But what's going to be going on in the last days? You know, take heed that no man deceive you. How much deception is going on right now? I'm talking about the feminist movement, the black man versus the black woman movement. You have everybody got a YouTube. Everybody got some knowledge. You got brothers talking about uh you got what's out there, man. You got brothers out there, you got Egyptology, you got what else is I mean, I can't even been tapped in lately, but I can't even think of it right now. But man, you got a lot of ideologies, basically what I'm saying. Um you got a lot of chiefs and not enough Indians, right? Everybody knows something. Uh and based on YouTube followings and things like that, everybody qualified to lead people, right? So you got all these leaders, elders, pastors, you know, leaders over the flock. So when he say take heed that no man deceive you, there's going to be so many doctrines of men, right? So many doctrines, beliefs, or we come from the aliens, or we, we this, we that, we the original man. We, we was here first in America. So many different things, whether they right or wrong, it's just a lot of confusion, might I say, if you get caught up in all that. So you have to take heed and really base yourself with a foundation of truth. Uh, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So we hearing that right now. We hearing all these wars, right? Not only with America, you got Ukraine, Russia, you got potential war with Venezuela, you got Taiwan, China. It's war going on that you don't even see on the news. You got Sudan, you got Congo. It's war going on, man. Just because it's not war where you at, or you can't physically see war, these things are taking place as we speak. Famines, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places, right? All these things is going on. But I want to get down to what he say. They should deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall another. Do y'all notice a vibration going on right now, right? It's like a vibration of like ain't no love, man. Ain't no love. People, they kind of cleave into who they familiar with or what they rock with. And it seems like we're in a time that people are very disconnected from one another. Of course, I'm from the 80s, man. I'm from 1987. That's when I was born. Predominantly grew up in the 90s. We were very connected. And I think this internet age, man, this Wi-Fi age, we so connected to Wi-Fi, but we disconnected, with each other. But yeah, man, it's starting to make a lot of people wax cold, and I think a lot of the things that we see on a daily is kind of making us desensitized or not very compassionate to, just simple human nature. People just pulling their phones out, recording anything, right? But yeah, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that endure to the end shall be saved. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. I had to get that right, man. So it's all about endurance through these times, especially if you choose to follow Christ. Let me get this right quick. This, of course, this is an apocrypha. We're going to start at Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So off the top, if you come to serve me, prepare your soul right now for temptation, because the devil gonna test you. That's what the Most High is saying. If you ready, put your boots on, put your hard hat on, and be ready for temptation. We're not even talking about the physical war. We talking about the spiritual within you, within this flesh right here. So set thy heart aright. So put your heart right. Make sure this is what you want to do and focus in. And constantly endure. All praises, man. I didn't even know that. Endure. Endure to the end. Endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. So don't be ready to flee back to what you're familiar with in the times of trouble. Don't fear. Don't fear, man. Because guess what? They put all these movies, these horror flicks, and all these things out there to keep us in a fearful state. The fear of death. Yeah, the fear of death. Satan controls us with the fear of death. I was talking about that the other day, man. I was watching some kind of, I don't let my kids watch it, but I was watching it with my wife. Kind of like a zombie. I like zombie movies, but it was kind of gory, and I'm like, man, this why a lot of us was afraid of death because we think it's like so scary. You see a body get ripped to shreds, and for a person die, they going, they made us fear death. It's scary. You get what I'm saying? Well, really, the scary part should be what you gonna face when you pass away, right? Who you gonna face when you pass away, and what your life was like. Cleave unto him and depart not away. So cleave to the Most High. Cleave, right? A lot of people think the relationship with God is based on emotion, right? If there's no respect, right? Our Father, when we say our Father, that's the replication of a father in a home. He needs respect in his home. He runs his home. So if you're not following the rules, if you're not listening, it's disrespectful. So if you're not cleaving unto the Most High, what are you doing? You're not following the rules. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So in this season, you got to put your head down and make things happen. So right now, we storing our treasures in heaven, right? How can I give an example, right? It ain't payday yet. It ain't payday yet. A lot of Christians think that it's payday. Oh, this is my season. I'm sowing my seed. It ain't payday, man. And in this kingdom, a lot of people always say, "Oh, I gotta die to go to heaven," and no, you ain't gotta die to go to heaven, but you ain't gonna get your riches in a wicked kingdom or a wicked world. The wicked rule this world. So if let's say the Most High gave you everything you wanted in this world, what are you gonna do? You're gonna enjoy the liberties of this kingdom. What's that? Straight destruction. Whatsoever, verse 4, whatsoever, by the way, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 4. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 4 in the Apocrypha. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Take it cheerfully. Digital IDs, face recognitions, the beast system. We're not gonna get fearful. We're gonna take it cheerfully because we understand we in the time. We in the last days. Our salvation is nearer. The disciples was talking about it back then, but we're more closer than them. We more close than them. And best believe the Most High is watching. He's looking down on us. We're being recorded. Just like I'm recording right now, we being recorded. So guess what? I'm going to show out, man. I'm going to show out. And guess what? This is what I've been waiting for all my life, man. I've been waiting for this all my life. I know it ain't going to be easy. I'm not saying it like it's going to be a fun thing. It's definitely not. I got children. I worry for my children in the world that they're growing up in. But guess what? It got to happen. We got to go through this fire to get to the other side, right? We got to go. I was talking to one of my brothers recently, right? We was talking about how a lot of people getting cut off of the EBT or, food benefits. And he was saying, he's worried for the children. And I am too, But think of the reality of it, right? When we were younger, of course, you always had shout out to James in the chat there. God bless you, my brother, in Christ Jesus. You are an inspiration to millions. You will never know. God bless you and your family. Millions. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, all praises be to the Most High. I ain't know millions, maybe, But if I am, man, I appreciate that, brother. Hopefully you can share my videos, man, get the message out there. And hopefully, if you got something going on, send it to me so I can share it too, man. Let's all put our bricks together and build. For sure. For sure, man. That's inspirational, what you just said right there. That pushes me to, be up late night like I am right now and get these things done. Because I don't even do lives, to be honest with you. But I'm trying to step out my comfort zone and I'm trying to go hard for the Most High, man, because I know time is coming short. But yeah, like I said, man, I worry for my children, but I'm excited about these times because I know what they're gonna bring. It's gonna bring salvation. It's gonna bring Christ coming back. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Like I say, you got all these things coming up. And of course, I'm overseas. Even though I'm not in America, these things will hit everybody. You're not free because you leave America. You're not free. You can be in a peace. We all gonna have to go through these things. As I read in one of my videos, I read that second Baruch, where everybody is gonna go through these tribulations in some kind of way or form or fashion. Of course, our goal is to go off the grid eventually. We're going to be living village lives. If you're not trying to live the village life, you will be in the beast system. So if separation from the world is not your goal, then what is it? Do you seek success in this world? Do you seek success? Because Christ, before he was moving around homeless without, a home to live, and he was doing his ministry, what happened after he got baptized? What happened? Satan showed him all the kingdoms of the world. He said, if you fall down and worship me, you can have all this. And what Christ? He denied him. He denied it. So we first got to prove ourselves to the Most High. We have to deny something. What are you denying? We can't just keep clocking in the word and say, oh, I love the Most High. I love the Most High. How does you loving the Most High reflect in your personal life? I'm not talking about tithes and offerings at your church. I'm not talking about going to Sunday service or Sabbath service. What are you doing? How are you affecting the world? How are you being an inspiration to other people to bring them to the fold of the Most High? Are you being a light in a dark world is what I'm saying. But eventually, it's going to get real. You're not going to just be able to punch in and punch out of this ministry. Okay, yeah, let me do the work. Let me punch out, go back. It's going to be full time. Give you an example. Elijah, right? Elijah, it was straight, it was straight up depending on the Most High. The currency that Elijah was on was strictly faith. And that's where we will be at. That's where we will be at. Because think about it. With this digital ID thing and all this stuff, right? When they roll this out, eventually your banks will require, man, do you know these phones? Man, they and it's very ironic, right? Facebook have been blocking me on kicking me on my account. And you know what they've been saying? Basically identify myself. You know how I identify myself? I had to hold the phone up like this and it say, turn this way, turn that way, turn this way, turn that way. Basically, I had to it's biometric. So they can identify me by my camera in the phone. The technology is already here. The technology is already here. Think about your banking app, fingerprint, face recognition. So all they got to do is hit the switch and you're done. If you don't comply with it, guess what? You're done. And in the meantime, they're going to be causing chaos in the world that's going to make you pick a side, right? The Most High wants us to choose a side. Satan wants you to choose a side. The Most High wants you to choose a side. You about that evil life or you about this righteous life? It ain't going to be no more in between, You twerking on Saturday night, or you out, you hanging out the club, getting drunk, whoremongering on Saturday night, and you go punch in a church in the morning, or you leaving Sabbath service, going to the liquor store. I've been there. I've been there. But yeah, as the time progressed, man, we can't exercise our freedoms or our liberties no more. We have to live a strict, disciplined life like Christ. He gave us the example. He was very disciplined, Very. All he knew was the word. So I give you an example, right? Peter, the disciples, when they were fishing, what did Christ say? You know, what did Christ say? I want to get it. I want to get it. What did he say? Uh, uh-huh. Da, 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 da. Oh, I want to get there too. So I'm gonna just go ahead. I don't want to get that. But he said, what was they doing? They was doing their job. They fishermen. What was they was fishing? That's how they made their money, tossing the nets out. Christ said, follow me. I will make you fishers of men. Quit your job. Christ said, quit your job. I didn't say it, he said it. Right? I had to quit my job. I had to sell. I had to let my car go. I had to let my home go. Everything. That's just the beginning. But of course, you have, I'm still employed by something to make some money. But I left the comfortability of what I knew. Do you know how hard it is? I've heard people say, oh, you lack faith if you leave. Only the devil would say that. Only the devil can say that or even convince you of that. Remember, don't be deceived. There's going to be so much deception. So you telling me if I leave everything that I'm comfortable with, my job, my family, my friends, my hometown, everything that I'm familiar with, that I know, and I leave to go to a place I've never been, you telling me, man, people crazy. And that's why I call this channel Pilgrims in the Earth. That's why I call this channel Pilgrims in the Earth. Let's go there. I know I'm all over the place, y'all, but I'm excited, man. These scriptures, this time gets me excited. This is what I've been waiting for all my life. It says now faith, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It tells you now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. So faith is not a for sure thing. You don't know if you're going to get paid. Can you imagine working on the clock? Well, I ain't going to say you don't know if you're going to get paid. The faith, you're going to get paid. But what I'm saying is you can't see it. All you can do is read it and believe it. But people will tell you, oh, you crazy. How can you believe in something you can't see? Bro, you believe it's planets outside of there. Oh, you can see it with a... All right. You believe in this system. You believe it's going to continue. You're going to go work at your job hoping that you get paid next week. They're not putting your money in your face saying, yo, you're going to get this. No, you're working. You're building towards something. We just have faith in different things. Everybody has faith in something. Everybody. Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't go get your favorite football jersey and go cheer for your favorite team. You got faith that your team going to win this year, don't you? Or you don't play the lottery. You don't got faith that you're going to win a lottery with the numbers that you got. Okay. But anyway, verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God. So that's the first step, right? You have to understand that all this that we see, the creation, comes from a creator, not man, a creator, which is beyond this, right? I remember I was working at a factory, right? I was talking to a guy, a Caucasian brother. He doesn't believe, he's atheist, and he used to always say, "Oh, you believe?" He used to laugh, because I believed. And I told him, I say, "Man, you see, how can you see the biggest construct, the biggest building, and you can say, whoever constructed this is a smart man. You see the brain, you see the builder. You can see this great construct and imagine whoever came up with that was a smart person. But how can you not see the moon, the sun rise every day and set? The moon follows the sun. The winter comes, the spring, the summer, the fall. All these things are in direct course. But you don't think there's a mastermind behind that? You don't think so? We only look at technology. We looking at AI and all that. That's great. But who created the people that created it? We don't think that deep. But I'm gonna go in Hebrews 11, just to let you know, he's giving examples of people historically who had faith, who had to go through some things, right? So if you need advice in this time, or you need some encouragement in this time, go to Hebrews chapter 11, because these people had a test of their faith. Of course, by faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, right? By which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts. Verse 5, by faith, Enoch was translated that he not see death. Let's go past. Verse 6, by faith, verse 6, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. So that's number one, faith. How do you get faith? Number one, you have to get to know the Most High. You have to read. You have to pray. You have to fast. You have to seek him, right? You have to seek. Seek means finding, looking for. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet. So we've been telling y'all the destruction gonna happen. America gonna get destroyed. All these nations is gonna fall. We told you about the digital ID and all these things. We're nothing special. We're just reading the word. The Most High sends the visions. The Most High sends the prophecies. Nobody can take credit for this. The moment that we start taking credit for it, the Most High will take it from you. Go to the next person. And that's what I see with so many people, so many elders, so many pastors, so many people. They be up here, the Most High. They going strong for the Most High. But then they start building themselves up. They start feeling like, oh, I'm something now. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. That's what they say, right? But then they be praising themselves because people get to praising them. And they start going to their head. So always remember, the Most High, all praises, honor, and glory go to him. But anyway, Noah had to build that ark. I told y'all before, we got to build our ark. If you're not building no ark in this time, I don't know what you're doing. You're going to be the one knocking on the door when it's raining. Noah, let us in. Let us in. Let us in. How I'm going to let you in now? Because if I let you in now, I'm compromising my own safety, my own family safety, myself. And Noah was so humble, he would have opened it. The Most High had to seal it shut. Man. Yeah, so for those people who building, the very few of us who's building in these times, before the rain, what other people looking? They looking at us laughing, ain't it? Oh, they tripping. I know people call me crazy. I already know it. Family, friends. Man, I'm going to tell you straight like this, right? When I first came into this truth or this understanding, I found myself very isolated. And it was a depressing time because the scripture tell you at first it's sweet. This word, God talking to you, speaking to you, it's sweet. It feels great. You excited. But then it becomes bitter. You become getting lonely. You start seeing like, dang, everybody having fun. I'm over here trying to connect. And then I'm excited about something. So I'm trying to reveal it to my brothers and sisters and they reject me. Man, I got depressed. So guess what? I'm like, let me step out. But I still, I got my book bag on, trying to go hang out with my brothers and my friends and all that. They laughed at me. They laughed at me to my face. They laughed at me. I'm like, man, we the Israelites, the world, this, America, that, they laughed at me. I'm talking about a room full of people laughed at me to my face. What you think they saying now? What you think they saying now? I don't know. Maybe they still laughing at me, but they ain't gonna be laughing very soon. But like I said, Noah was building this ark for what? Well, Noah lived what 120 years? But Noah was building, they was laughing at him, man. Partying, giving in the marriage, all these things. Meanwhile, Satan is doing all these things in the earth at that time. But people having a good time. And one thing Satan does, he will throw a party in tribulation. He will throw a party in trouble because he wants you to be normal. He won't life to go on as normal as it seems. Because think about the pandemic. When things get rough, people automatically run to those church doors. That's why they always show you in these zombie movies, all these movies, it's always a church what people run to. The Purge movie, what people run to, the church, the church, the church. So people, when they start getting scared and fearful, they know what if they gonna find God, what they think God is. He ain't in there though, but they gonna go where they think he is. But yeah, man, by faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear. Fear of this world, fear of what's coming. No, fear of the Most High. Because we can't, what can they do to us, man? They can unalive us, they can take our life. But guess what? The Most High is going to put us where he see fit. Satan ain't got no power over us, man. Man, I'm telling you, he ain't got no power over us, man. Don't be afraid of death, man. Once you can overcome that, what can they do? What can they do to you? If we can overcome the fear of death, what can this world do to us, man? Absolutely nothing. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things. My bad. Prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness without which is by faith. He condemned the world. He rejected the world. We have to reject the world. I know you cannot be normal anymore. The world is evil. Look at the stuff that they praising. Cardi B, twerking. Don Julio, oh yeah, Cutwater. I know what's going on. I pay attention to it. I pay attention. You have to watch what's going on to see how wicked it is. When people say, "Oh, I don't watch that," that's eating. Okay, then how you know what's going on? How you know how close we are? I know exactly what's going on. But yeah, Abraham, verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whither he went. So imagine somebody calling Abraham unfaithful, he not faith, or he fearful because he left everything he knew to go somewhere. And I know people in the context, people say, you know, when you leave America, they say you scared of the destruction that's coming to America. But who the heck tells you to stay in America when a destruction comes? I thought the scriptures say leave, flee. Flee meaning an emergency exit. Excuse me, man. I got bad sinus. My nose, when I be doing this all the time in all my videos, my nose is itching. But anyway, so Abraham had everything. He had everything. But the Most High told him, get up and go somewhere. He ain't never been there. Man, do you know how many people are leaving America to places they never been? When you seen black people in Thailand, when you seen black people in Vietnam, when you seen black people going all over Africa like this from America, you know how many people I've met from Canada, from the UK, from Holland? I'm like, bro, I didn't even know there's black people in Holland. What y'all doing here? Oh man, the Most High, the Most High. Oh. That's a testimony, man. Man, y'all better stop playing. And this video ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? It's about, you know, what we gonna do now. What are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do now, y'all? I'm gonna show you. So yeah, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, he obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise. He, the land of promise. Remember, I read that to y'all, and I think I read that in Baruch. I ain't got my suit on right now. I read that in Baruch, where it said, whoever, I'm paraphrasing, whoever in this very self in this land will be protected, basically. What land was that? Jerusalem, the land of promise. They telling y'all not to go there. Why? Don't be deceived in those days. It tell you when
by faith he sojourned in the land of promise.
My bad. Let me find that right quick. Fled and escape. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. It's in Jeremiah. I'm about to bounce around, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see these times, man. We're gonna go to Jeremiah 50 and 28. Jeremiah 50 and verse 28. Jeremiah 50 and verse 28. Follow me. Okay, so of course, you know, the chapter, Jeremiah chapter 50, 51 is talking about the destruction of Babylon. So verse 28, 50 and 28, the voice of them that flee. Man, every time I read this, bro, I get chills, like, because it's so relative to right now. I can't just read the 28. I gotta go up a little bit. Verse 26, come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses. Everybody talk government shutdown. Oh, the economy. Oh, the food is poison now. The storehouses. Everybody losing their jobs, getting laid off. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Them plagues is You know, Babylon just can't get no Babylon can't get no rest, man. Slay all her bullocks, right? Her food. Man, I was just watching a video of a guy. He's a trucker, and he was saying for the first time he saw it completely empty, no ships. That's just word, you know. That's just some, you know, little tip. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the day of their visitation. I ain't want to go there, but I love that. But anyway, verse 28, the voice of them that flee and escape out, flee, escape of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our God, the vengeance of his temple, right? The vengeance of his temple. I'm trying to find another one. Well, that ain't even what I was looking for, but all praise to the Most High. But yeah, man. So it ain't a lack of faith that, you know, people are leaving. It's faith that they're leaving. I mean, because we left when everything was okay. It wasn't like bombs was dropping on America. It wasn't like bombs was dropping on America. Actually, if you want to be quite honest, during the pandemic, everybody was eating. Oh, what I wanted to get was Jeremiah 50 and 5. That's what I wanted. Sorry, y'all, but that's still well needed information. So when you get a chance, read the whole chapter. So okay, so in those days, and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together. Gather yourselves together, O nation I desire. Come together, right? They and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord their God. It's about to be real, man. Why you think they weeping? Verse 5, they shall ask the way of Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. We've been lost. We've been lied to. We've been lied to about who we are, where we from, where Israel is, where, what's going on in Africa, what's going on. Man, our people outside of America don't know what's really going on in America. Our people in America don't know what's really going on outside of America. We've been lied to. We've been lost sheep. We've been told that Christianity is the way, Islam is the way, Hotep is the way. You know what I'm saying? We lost sheep. If you look at the Old Testament, and I really strongly urge you Christians to read the Bible, man. The whole Bible. Start in the Old Testament, because if you don't, you won't get context. You cannot be a nation without a king, right? Without judges, without the Most High setting you up a governmental construct. Your king is your president now, which is your oppressor for you black Christians. For you black Christians. But anyway, when you look at the Old Testament, they had who was the leaders at that time? It went from Moses to Joshua to the judges to the priests. So finally they had King Saul. Of course, men have failed. If the head is sick, the whole body will be sick. Of course, our leader now is Christ. But I'm saying this because it's going to take a little bit more work. It's going to take a little bit more work than us just saying we believe. We have to activate what we believe. We have to be moving in alignment with what we believe. We can't just be sitting down. These Israelites talking about rap, they're like, they believe in the rapture now. How was you talking about you don't believe? We going at Christians about the rapture, but now you talking about portals and the UFOs and all that. You worse than them. You worse than them. That's why I say, man, I'm a Hebrew. I'm an Israelite. It's probably no doubt in my mind that my ancestors come from them. But even if they didn't, I'm a follower of Christ, man. I'm a firm believer to the death. That's my gang. You know what I'm saying? That's where, man, what? Jesus Christ. But anyway, man, of course, that's not the name. But anyway, yeah, man, we're going to go back. Yeah, but Christ, man, he was the one to show us how to move in these times, man. What time is it? Okay, we still good. Yeah, he showed us how to move in these times. It's 4:27. So we've been going in for about almost an hour now. All praises be to the Most High. So I want to go, let me see. I want to give y'all the scripture. I want to go to Matthew chapter 16. I want to go to Matthew chapter 16 because what I like to do on my channel is I like to give solutions. I like to give solutions because a lot of people got doom and gloom, and they kind of get people in. They get people gravitated to their channel based on the fear. I know a guy. It's so many channels every day they talk about World War III. How can you make 1,000 videos on the same topic about World War III? Get your money, get your money, man. Do what you got to do. But who watches that? It's just straight fear. Just like Alex Jones. That's all Alex Jones you talk about. Fear, fear, fear. Oh, the gay frogs. Oh, the globalists. The China's gonna die. Where's the solution? What are you selling? Usually they selling something. Oh, I'm selling iodine or this kit, this apocalyptic kit, some food for you to survive or bunker information. We're not going to no bunker. We going Zion. Yeah, we going to Zion. We're not going to no bunker. Yeah, we're not going to no bunker. But and we is selling something. But guess what? You going, this is Christ, right? We selling Christ. We selling Christ. 15 and 25. But everybody gonna have to pay for it. You ain't gotta pay me. You ain't gotta pay me. Hey, anybody that truly have been touched by the Most High will give it to you for free anyway. They don't give it to you for free. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so 16, Matthew 16 and 24. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. We have to start denying ourselves. Shoot. Hey man, it would have been easy for me to go work my life away or go buy a house, and I got children, multiple children, 5 to be exact. It would have been easy for me to get a house and go work and build, and take care of them. That's not the life. That's not the time that we in. I had to deny myself. That's what I would have did. That's not what the Most High wanted me to do. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. What did he tell Peter and them to do? Follow me. I will make you fishers of men. Follow me. They denied themselves. Verse 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. So all y'all seeking your life in these companies that's about to shut, that's going to be laying people off. All y'all trying to find your life in these universities, these colleges, you're going to lose it, bro. Because guess what? They put the rug up under you for a reason. All the indoctrination of education and going to work and being successful, the American dream, that's the rug up under you. That's an agenda. So they can pull the rug up under you and you be looking like, dang, I ain't got nowhere to stand. You in fear. So now they can offer you a solution. Hey, do you want your job? Do you need food? Okay, come down. Get your digital ID. Get your, we can just put this little small chip inside of you. And then for us, we talk about it like it's going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy, man. Imagine you ain't got no food. Imagine this is what we fast for. This is what we prepare our families for. Right? This is what we preparing for. But yeah, they put that rug up under you because you're going to be dependent on the system, the beast, Satan, Lucifer, the serpent. Satan is like a parasite, ain't he? Each empire, he's like from the king of Tyrus and listen, Satan is a parasite to the leaderships of this world. You looking at the person, but it's the spirit. Yeah, we fight against governments and rulers of this world, man. But anyway, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. I ain't had no life until I found this right here. I couldn't do school. I couldn't do it. I seen no purpose in it. You have to lose your life to find it. You know, a lot of people go homeless and they never want to go back. You know what I'm saying? Because they're more free. The Most High is trying to free us. The world is trying to put us in bondage. Don't you see that? So when you see all this AI and all these things, they're trying to put you in bondage. 15-minute cities. There won't be no more traveling. There won't be no travel unless you comply. A man shall desire to go into one city and shall not be able to. People are gonna be going crazy, man. And that's for the believers. So people who say they believe, oh dang, I should have went. When you still see them, the armies can pass in your city. Flee into the mountains. Flee, flee, flee. Flee, endure. When you keep hearing the same words, flee, endure. Perseverance, all these words, the Most High not playing about that. So yeah, man, That's my word to y'all, man. That's my word. I'm gonna go right back to I'm gonna end this off back in Ecclesiasticus, and I'm gonna end this out with this, man. So yeah, we started at my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Ecclesiastes chapter 2, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You're going to be built up, man. You ain't never, the strongest people been through some things in their life. The Most High chastised who he loves. Sometimes he got to whip you to go the right direction. You know how many times I done got beat up? Not like beat up, but I'd have been through some things. But sometimes I be going the wrong way. The Most High got to bop me up their head, you know what I'm saying? With life. He'll sit you down. I done got sat down a couple times. But anyway, we got to be tried like gold in the fire for us to come on the other side of that fire and be thankful. It's going to build our faith to a whole nother level that this world can't offer me nothing. I don't even care about money. I care about money to provide for my family. But when I get money, guess what I want? I want love around me. I want my people to be straight. I don't care about it. You can't offer me nothing in this world. I'm an enemy to this world. Christ was an enemy to this world. Satan is like, dang, I can't offer you nothing, so you're a threat. You're a threat to my kingdom. But guess what? His time is short. He know he got a short time. He already know. So yeah, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. But yeah, say, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. So we have to get closer to the Most High. What are we going to do? We're going to get closer to the Most High. We're going to look at Christ's writings, and we're going to be like, you remember what was that movie with Denzel? What was that movie? Dang, I can't even think about it. But yeah, anyway, Denzel stuck to that word. He was so much in the word, he can recite it like the Muslims. You know, it's written on we got to get it written on our hearts, man. I just did this live to kind of give y'all some kind of encouragement, to enlighten y'all, to keep y'all, encourage y'all to keep going. I know times is hard when money is getting short. We all getting hit, and we gonna get hit even harder. But guess what? We gonna be tested. We gonna be tested, and that shows the signs that our salvation is near. But anyway, man, this is Pilgrims in the Earth. Don't ever be stuck to one place. Don't ever get comfortable. Always be ready to move from one place to the next. Have faith. Peace, y'all. Peace.